Women leads emotionally before they leaves physically. When a woman walks away from a relationship, it's not sudden, it's not random, and it's definitely not because of one bad argument. By the time she physically leaves, she's already gone in her heart and mind for weeks, months, sometimes even years. See, men often thinks a woman leaves when she packs her bags, blocks his number or stops returning his calls. But the truth? She started leaving long before that. She left the first time he made her feel unheard. She left the first time she had to beg for the bare minimum. She left every time she sat next to him, feeling lonelier than when she was actually alone. Women don't just wake up one day and decide they're done. It happens slowly in stages. First, she stops arguing not because she agrees, but because she is too exhausted to keep fighting for something he does not care to fix. Then she stops sharing, not because she has nothing to say but because she is tired of talking to someone who does not listen. Eventually she stops caring not out of spite, but because she has been forced to accept that her needs, her feelings and her efforts don't matter to him the way it have always mattered to her. And here is the part men don't realize. By the time she physically walks away, she already mourned the relationship. She has already cried the tears, processed the heartbreak, and grieved the love she once had for him. So when he finally notices she is pulling away, when he finally panicked and starts trying, it's too late, because she is not emotionally invested anymore. This is why so many men are shocked when a woman they thought would never leave is suddenly gone. And no amount of apologies, promises, or last-minute effort can bring her back. She begged for change. She waited for effort. And when she realized she was in love alone, she left in silence. So men, if you truly love her, don't wait until she has gone to start appreciating her. Don't wait until she has emotionally detached to start asking, what is wrong? The time to fix it is when she is still trying, not when she has already checked out. Because once she reaches that point, you are not dealing with a woman who is angry anymore. You are dealing with a woman who is indifferent. The truth about why good women get hurt the most. Good women don't get hurt because they're weak. They get hurt because they love deeply, trust wholeheartedly, and give more chances than they should. And when a woman stops caring, that's when you have really lost her. If this message spoke to you, drop a yes in the comments. And follow me for more videos. God bless you. From limitations to legends, ordinary people, extraordinary triumphs. Imagine standing at what feels like the end of your rope. No escape, no choice, and yet, somewhere inside, a small ember of hope refuses to die. This is the moment when real transformation takes flight. 1. Anthony Robles, winning with one leg. Anthony Robles was born without a right leg, an early challenge that could have defined his life. Instead, it fueled a fire in his heart. He began wrestling at age 14, and every setback, every whispered doubt, became motivation. As he later said, he wrestled to prove critics wrong. Robles didn't just win, he soared. In 2011, he became the NCAA National Wrestling Champion. But he didn't stop there. After letters from third graders helped him shift focus from proving others wrong to letting his best self shine, he competed without fear and emerged victorious. Today, he inspires thousands as a coach and speaker, reminding us to focus on our strengths, not our limitations. 2. Ed Jackson, climbing beyond paralysis. Ed Jackson was a thriving rugby player until a freak pole accident in 2017 left him paralyzed from the shoulders down. Told he might never walk again, Ed faced devastation. But he chose defiance. With his wife Lois by his side, he relearned to maneuver, and eventually rediscovered his love of heights. Since then, he's climbed iconic peaks like the Matterhorn, Snowdon, and the Himalayas. Through their charity, millimeters to mountains. Ed and Lois guide others with trauma back to purpose and possibility. Free. Aaron Ralston. When you break your own limits. In April 2003, mountaineer Aaron Ralston was canyoneering alone in Utah when a boulder trapped his right arm. For 5 days he fought for survival, and finally made the unthinkable choice. He amputated his own arm to escape. Severed hand in hand, he rappelled, trekked, and persevered until rescue. Afterward, Ralston doubled down. He climbed all of Colorado's Fortines solo in winter and became a renowned motivational speaker, using his story to remind us that sometimes the only way forward is to shatter perceived limits and reconstruct a new reality. Embracing the underdog within. These aren't superheroes, they're us. They felt fear, they felt despair, but they made different decisions. Anthony redirected doubt into determination. Ed reshaped loss into purpose and altitude. Aaron chose the hardest path to freedom, self-liberation. Each story reminds us of a powerful truth. Resilience isn't about avoiding pressure, it's about transforming it into potential. Lessons for today. Define your limitation. What obstacle feels immovable in your life? Write it down. Find a spark. Hear Anthony's words. Focus on strength, not limitations. Find your spark. Maybe it's love, maybe pain, but let it ignite action. Rebuild your victory path. Like Ed Jackson, chart a new course. Don't let your setback define your direction. Choose your moment of cutting loose. Aaron's harrowing choice freed him. What's the boulder pinning you? Fear, self-doubt, toxic habits. What radical step can unpin you? Use your story. Transformation matters. You're not just surviving, you're becoming capable of inspiring others. Become your own legend. If Anthony, Ed, and Aaron can rewrite the script of their lives, so can you. View your obstacles not as roadblocks, but as invitations to rise, to level up. Maybe today's your day to define a new impossible. Share one limitation you'll challenge this week in the comments. Subscribe for more stories of resilience and real transformation. And next time, I'll bring a challenge you can do at home to activate your inner strength. No mountains needed. Final thought. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Mahatma Gandhi. You already have that will. Now, choose to use it.